Behind me is a load of old hardware that customers have left behind when they've upgraded, and the free PC that we upgraded in a series not too long ago. Now, I could sell these and make a little bit of money, but I was thinking maybe I can reuse some of this first and solve a problem that I've got. This right here is my NAS. Now, this is an old Buffalo NAS that I bought years ago. I think it's about 8 years old now. It can only store 2 hard drives. At the minute, there's 2 4TB hard drives in there and no redundancy. It is not ideal. I have my important footage backed up on independent hard drives that are just in storage, but this is my main backup and also has my Linux ISOs on. But I feel like I need to do better, and I'm wondering, can I recycle some of this old hardware and create myself a NAS that is going to be fit for purpose and hopefully one that I can upgrade over time? This right here is the AeroCool X Predator X1. It's a massive case that I'm thinking will probably do us for a NAS. It's a little bit bigger than what I wanted to use, but it's what I've got, and it's got loads of hard drive space. So I'm thinking not only can I reuse it, but I've got plenty of space to upgrade the storage of this NAS over time. However, before I get started on this, I have a few problems. One, where do I put it? Now, I can't fit it on the unit that I've got there. The case is way too big to fit in this little tower thing that I've got. So it's probably gonna have to go on the floor. But what if I knock it? It's not really the best solution. So I'm not really sure how to go about fixing that problem. Second one is, what software do I use? There's HEX OS, Unraid, TrueNAS, and I'm sure many others. They seem to be the main 3 that people are using at the minute. And I'm kind of edging towards Unraid, but I'm really not sure where to go. What hardware do I use? In this pile of hardware here, I've got some 240GB SSDs, 128GB SSDs. I've got a 2600K motherboard and RAM. I've got a 4770K, a 4690K. They've all got DDR3 RAM. And then I've got the free PC that has got 16GB of DDR4 and an AMD Ryzen 3600. And even though I think that's probably overkill just for a simple NAS, it could be something that I can use for more than just a NAS further down the line. So maybe them 6 cores and 12 threads and it being on the AM4 platform will help me. And my last problem is trying to work out how transcoding works. And I know this sounds a little bit odd, but I'll explain. So problem 1, at the minute, there's nothing that I can do about it. It's gonna have to go on the floor by the tower, and I'm just gonna have to be careful for now. The plan going forward will probably be to get a bigger tower or a bigger unit of some description in that corner that will fit the case and won't destroy its airflow. Problem 2 is a little bit more complicated. Like I said, I'm edging towards Unraid. It's more beginner friendly, and I am very much a beginner in this space. It allows you to upgrade over time and just add drives willy-nilly, which is amazing, and you can mix match drives, which is awesome, but you have to pay for a license. I don't know whether I can justify that. So do I go for TrueNAS, which is completely free, but it doesn't seem like it's beginner friendly at all, and it seems to be quite restricted or a lot more difficult to expand using single drives. I think Unraid is the way to go, and with the fact they have a free 30-day trial, at least by the end of this video, I should know whether or not this is going to work for my use case or not. Problem number 3, what hardware to use. Now, I've already made the argument already. I got a little bit ahead of myself when filming this, and I think I'm gonna go for the AMD Ryzen 3600 system. The DDR4 should work a little bit better than DDR3 because it's much quicker. The 6 cores and 12 threads of the Ryzen 5 processor should help me out a lot, especially if I've got multiple users all wanting to access this NAS at the same time. So I think that's the way to go. And the last problem is transcoding. Now, I want this to be a GPU-less NAS. I have a GPU that I'm going to put in it to set it up and everything, but once that's done, I'm going to take the GPU out. Trying to work out online how transcoding works has been very difficult. I'm getting so many ambiguous answers. Is it the PC with Jellyfin on it that's going to be doing the transcoding, or is it the NAS? Now, depending on how you ask Google, you'll get 2 different answers. And I think Google's getting confused with me saying that Unraid and Jellyfin are on the same system, which is fine, because I think how it would work is if Jellyfin and Unraid were on the same system and you were streaming from it, then that system would do the transcoding. But that's not how I want it to work. I want it just to be a simple file system. So I'm hoping, and from what I've read, this should be right. If I have Unraid on the NAS and my computer in the living room is pulling a Linux ISO off the NAS, it should be that PC in there that does the transcoding, not the NAS. If any of you are now face palming, I don't blame you. I haven't done anything like this before, so this is all very new to me. So if I'm making a mistake, please comment down below or stay tuned till the end where we'll find out whether or not I'm an idiot or not. All we've got to do now is take the hardware out of the project PC, put it in the big red case, big black and red case of doom, get Unraid installed and see how difficult this is. Yo, I didn't think. This is not a guide on how to set up Unraid. This is just a dumbass doing stuff to try and give himself more storage space. Firstly, Unraid, not intuitive. It's not difficult once you know what you're doing and once you've done a bit of reading, but if you're anything like me, it's quite a lot of do it, Google, 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 until you get to a point where you're like, I think it worked. And that's where I'm at now. I have come across some problems already though. One, the drives in this tower are at 45, 46 degrees and rising. Now, I've got about 8 degrees of headroom there before it starts being a critical warning. So I need to install a fan on this front cover. But there is no mount for a fan on this front cover without using these dopey plastic bracket things, which you then can't put a hard drive in. So I can't use the bracket. So I think I'm gonna go janky and just zip tie a fan to the inside of the front cover and just hope there's enough space there, and that'll give some airflow over the hard drives. Hopefully will be enough to cool them down. The second thing, and this is going to be really obvious to anyone that's used Unraid before, when you're installing your Unraid operating system, ensure that your Unraid server is connected to your network. Mine wasn't, and I couldn't work out why I couldn't access it. But it turns out you don't access Unraid on the actual Unraid server. You do it through a web interface, through like a web GUI, which is absolutely fine, but I didn't realize that until I was halfway through. Just kept coming up saying log in. I haven't set a login. How do I log in? Well, you have to access it through a web GUI and set up your user and stuff. I'm sure this is obvious to everyone that's used Unraid. It was not obvious to me, and it made me feel like a fool, but it's okay. I am a fool. So I need to install a fan in the front of it to cool the hard drives down. I need to move the tower to where its semi-permanent place is going to be. And then I need to see how I detect them on the network and map the network drives to make sure that they're working. So let's do it. So on the whole, an amazing experience. It's not the easiest thing to set up, but there's also so much information out there and such an amazing community of people that just love this stuff that you can always find your answers. I'm extremely happy that I was right about the transcoding. Because I haven't put Plex or Jellyfin on the NAS itself, I don't need to worry about GPU encoding on the NAS. That is done on the machine that's pulling the information from the NAS. Unraid's amazing, hands down. I'm definitely going to buy a license for it. It is awesome. It really is good. If I was going to do it again, the things that I would do differently is I probably, as much as I want to recycle the old hardware and be able to use it, I probably would have got a better AM4 motherboard if I was to do this again. Something with 2.5 gig LAN and more SATA ports, or with more PCIe expansion so that I could get a HBA or something that I can expand the storage out on. For the minute and for what we've got and for how much we've spent, it's been absolutely brilliant. And on that, how much did this all cost? Well, the most expensive part of it is the hard drives. 2 8TB NAS hard drives at the minute, around £550, which is an absolute joke. But for everything else other than the hard drives, because if I'm honest, I have quite a lot of hard drives lying around that I could have used. I just don't trust them. So getting the actual proper NAS hard drives was kind of a must, especially when I don't really want to have to worry about it. I really want it to be set and forget. Everything else though, 3600, 16 gigabytes DDR4 RAM, a basically throwaway motherboard, 650 watt MSI power supply, and a case. But the case was a case that was going to get thrown away. A lot of these components came out of the project PC, so it's a very similar price to that, I guess, but I shall put the total up. If you wanted to do the exact same thing that I've done today, here's the price totals. I know, amazing. I'm looking forward to messing around with this a little bit more. I want to have a look at Dockers and the different apps and things that you can run and what I can get out of this NAS other than just file storage. And I can't wait to upgrade the case on it, because as much as this was about reusing old hardware, the case isn't really fit for purpose. It didn't come with any hard drive sleds or anything, so they're kind of just screwed in, and I'm hoping for the best. Realistically, I'd like something that fits on my little tower so that I can just put the case in there and it has dedicated proper hard drive base, so I don't really have to worry about them banging around or falling or anything like that. It will do for now, but this is definitely not the final iteration of this NAS. Hopefully you've enjoyed the videos. What do you guys think? Do you guys mess around with Unraid? Do you have NASs at home that you use for video playback or storing family photos? Let me know down in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Bye.